Yo guys, and as you can tell by the thumbnail and by the title of this video, I am going to be doing my Wrestlepalooza predictions for this upcoming Saturday for Wrestlepalooza. Can't believe that we're already at a PLE. To be honest with you, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of feels that it's been a long time since we had a previous PLE, even though the last one we had was literally 2 weeks ago on Sunday. No, a little bit more than that. Wait, no, yeah, two weeks, because that Raw happened, and then the Raw where AJ was on, and then this Raw. So it'd be 3 weeks this Sunday that it was Clash in Paris. But I don't know, Clash in Paris feels like it was ages ago, but it was actually almost only 3 weeks ago. But yeah, we've got Wrestlepalooza this Saturday. Are you guys excited for Wrestlepalooza? Out of all the matches that we currently have at the moment, which is 5 matches, let me know in the comment section down below which one are you most looking forward to. I will let you guys know the match that I'm most looking forward to towards the end of this prediction video. You can probably gather which one I'm the most excited for. If you'd watched my Raw and SmackDown reviews for the past couple of weeks, you would know exactly which one I'm the most excited for. But if you don't, you'll find that out at the end of this prediction video, because I always say which match I'm looking forward to at the end of the prediction video. But yeah, my mum also watches wrestling now. She has done for about 6-7 months now, maybe a little bit longer. And she has done her prediction order and who she believes is going to win all the 5 matches. And the first match that she believes is going to happen on Wrestlepalooza is Stephanie Vaquer versus Io Sky for the vacant Women's World Championship. And she believes that Stephanie Vaquer's going to win that because Io's got this whole situation going on with like Rhea, Kairi, and Asuka at the moment. So she believes that it's the best idea to put it on Stephanie because she's currently not really got much going on at the moment. And then the second match she believes is going to happen is the Bronze versus the Usos, and she believes that Braun and Bronson Reed are going to win that. She wants the Usos to win, but believes that Braun and Bronson are going to win that one. The third match she's got happening is Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship, and she's got Cody Rhodes retaining on that. She doesn't have Randy Orton interrupting or anything like that. She just has Cody Rhodes winning and retaining his championship clean, I presume. And then the co-main event, she's got AJ Lee and CM Punk versus Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, and she has gone with Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, which, to be fair, it could go down that way, but guess we'll have to wait and see Saturday, and we'll wait and see to hear what my opinion is on who I believe is going to win that match. But yeah, and then obviously the main event, she put Brock Lesnar versus John Cena because that's the final match of the card at the moment. I don't think we're going to get another match added on SmackDown. I mean, there's a possibility of them doing an open challenge on the PLE, and Sami Zayn has an open challenge, and we don't know who that mystery person is going to be, and we get that impromptu PLE match. There's the possibility of the Street Profits versus the White Six again for the WWE Tag Team Championship on the PLE because of what storyline's going on there. Julia and Kiana, versus Michin and Beefab. That's not going to be on the PLE, so there's that. What else is happening on SmackDown? I mean, Chelsea Green and Alba Fire versus Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. There's a possibility to be added onto the PLE, but other than those matches I've just spoke about, I can't think of any other in-depth storylines that are going on right now on SmackDown to require to be on the PLE. So I'm presuming it's going to be these 5. Like I said, we could get a match added where Sami Zayn does an open challenge on the PLE and we don't know who it's going to be answered by. There's the possibility of that. But other than that, I think this is the 5 matches. I'm hoping so, because it's kind of annoying when they and another match, and I've already done the prediction video, because then my predictions aren't, you know, like official predictions, because I'm missing like 1 or 2 matches, and it's really frustrating when they do that. But it's what it is, I guess. If we get another match added, we get another match added, because that means we've got more than 5 matches. But I'm hoping that they just stick to these 5, considering that I'm filming this prediction video, and it's going to be annoying if they add another match. But anyways, guys, you're probably wondering why I'm scooting over here. It's because obviously I put the match on the screen of which one I believe is going to be first, and we've kind of gone for a very similar order. Like, me and Mum have literally only got 2 matches the other way around, and then the other 3 matches in the exact same order. And the matches that we've got on the different order is match number 1 and match number 3. And if you remember what match number 1 and match number 3 is, you would know that my match that I have opening the show is Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Undisputed Universal WWE Championship. I think I wrote it as WWE, but yeah, it's a mouthful, that fucking title name. The WWE Championship. And I don't know, I was between Stephanie and Drew opening it, but I don't know, I feel like this is the better call to have the WWE Undisputed Championship kick it off, considering it's not going to be main eventing. So I feel like it's better to kick it off than to be in the middle of the PLE. But my mum could be right with her order, because that's a very good order as well. So I don't know, but I've already wrote it down, so this is going to have to be the match that I believe is going to kick off the show. And like I said, it is Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. I'm not going to speak a lot about this match, because I feel like it's quite easy who's winning this. And I do believe it's going to be Cody Rhodes retaining his WWE Championship, because I feel like they're going to feud for a while, him and Drew, with Randy Orton's kind of getting himself involved, like here and there. I don't know if I have him interfering on the PLE, because I want Drew and Cody to have a rivalry for a bit before we then start the rivalry with Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, which I believe is probably going to happen at WrestleMania next year. But it's the first PLE on ESPN, so they're going to want as big names as possible on the card. So are they going to run it back with Randy Orton coming out and run it back? Are they going to bring out Randy Orton? I think they will, but I can't picture when. Like, maybe in the middle of the match to distract Drew McIntyre. That's a possibility. I suppose Randy Orton could come out and distract Drew McIntyre while Cody's distracting the ref, and then Randy Orton helps Drew McIntyre to win. Not Drew McIntyre to win, Cody Rhodes to win, and then that sets up the ongoing feud between Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton. But then Cody Rhodes is kind of pissed at Randy Orton for helping Cody to win, because that's kind of like a heelish thing to do. You don't really see a lot of like face superstars like cheating to win in that kind of way. Obviously you get the heel people come out to help the heels, and then the faces run down and make the save, but the faces don't tend to like distract at the beginning and then the face win. It tends to be the other way around. So I probably presume that's what they're going to do. Randy Orton's probably going to come out when maybe Drew McIntyre's about to claim more Cody into the abyss or something, and then Randy Orton comes out, Cody's able to distract the ref while Randy Orton's making his way to the ring, and then distracts Drew McIntyre, and then Cody Rhodes picks up the victory, but Cody's kind of annoyed that Randy's got himself involved. That's the way I see it going. I can't picture any other way of Randy Orton getting involved. I really, really can't. So I think that's the way it's going to go. But I do believe that Cody Rhodes will retain his WWE Championship here, because it is his first title defense since he won it at SummerSlam against John Cena. So I can't see him losing it yet. I mean, I wouldn't be shy of the idea of them dropping the title to Drew McIntyre and then Drew McIntyre going on to have a rivalry with Randy Orton while Cody has to dip for a little bit because of the filming of Street Fighter. So I don't know if he's just come back just to drop the title to Drew McIntyre to then Drew McIntyre have a feud with Randy Orton, maybe up to Royal Rumble, and then that's when Randy Orton wins the championship off Drew McIntyre, and then that starts a feud between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton up to WrestleMania, maybe. I don't know, that's a possibility, to be honest with you, but I've already kind of said that I believe, and I feel like it's an easy option of Cody Rhodes winning, so I can't really go back on my word now. I know I haven't officially said that Cody Rhodes is winning, but I feel like I've kind of said in the video now that Cody Rhodes is retaining. So I'm going to go with Cody Rhodes retaining his WWE Championship with the help of Randy Orton in some sort of way. Not entirely sure how. But yeah, Cody Rhodes is going to retain here. And then, like I've said, only match number 1 and 3, I've got the other way around to my mum. So you'll know, if you remember my mum's match order, you will know that match number 2, I also believe that it's going to be the Bronze versus the Usos in a tag team match. This is probably the match that I'm least looking forward to. No, it is the match that I'm least looking forward to. Because we've seen this match on Raw pretty much throughout the last like 6-7 weeks. So to me, the most boring match of the night. One that I'm definitely 100% least looking forward to, and I probably think 90% of WWE fans are the least excited for this match. Yeah, I think anyway. I think so, but this is definitely my least favourite match of the night. Not the least favourite match of the night, the one I'm least looking forward to, sorry. But I have gone with the same as my mum. My mum also, obviously, if you remembered, she went with Cody Rhodes. I have also, again, gone with my mum and do believe that Braun and Bronson Reed are going to pick up the victory. Because, yes, Bronson did pick up the victory in that tag team match with Jimmy Uso and LA Knight on Monday Night Raw. But it doesn't necessarily mean that Jimmy and Jay are now winning. Because Cody Rhodes was on top, or well, actually, yeah, because Cody Rhodes was constantly on top before he lost the Universal Championship to John Cena at WrestleMania. So I guess there is that possibility of the Usos winning, but well, of course there is, but it's 50-50 though. But I do believe that Braun and Bronson are picking up the victory here because they need a win. They need a win, but I don't think they're going to pick up the victory clean. I do believe that LA Knight is going to get himself involved and cost Jay the tag team match 100%, because they want as many big names as possible on this PLE, because like I said, it's the first PLE on ESPN, so they're going to want as big names as possible, as much as they can, because they want this PLE to be massive so that people want to buy the ESPN app so that they can watch wrestling PLEs. So they want this to be like eye-catching and they want this to be very good, so they need as much names as possible on the card. So I'm going to go with Braun and Bronson to officially pick up the victory, but with the help of LA Knight, accidentally costing the Usos the championship, like the tag team match. Does that then plant seeds in Jimmy Uso for him to go to the dark side with Jey Uso, or does Jimmy still try and be the middleman and understand why LA Knight has cost him the tag team match on the Wrestlepalooza, or does he side with Jey Uso? That's going to be the only interesting thing to come out of this match, because, like I said, I'm kind of done with the Bronze feuding with LA Knight and Jey Uso especially. But like I said in my Raw review, the only reason I'm liking this still is because of what they're doing with Jay and LA. But yeah, I do believe that LA is gonna get himself involved somehow, and distract Jey Uso, and Braun and Bronson Reed are able to pick up the victory because of the LA Knight distraction. So that is what I'm going for. Like I've already said, my official prediction for this tag team match at Wrestlepalooza is that the Bronze Division, Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed will pick up the victory against the Usos. And then match number 3, of course, is my mum's match number 1. But for me, I believe that this is going to happen in the middle of the card. And that is Stephanie Vaquer. I'll butcher her last name. Everyone butchers her last name apart from her. Versus Io Sky for the vacant Women's World Championship. And this match right here, 100% has the potential to be match of the night if it's booked correctly, which I'm really fucking hoping it is, because this match right here, every time we've seen a glimpse of it on Raw, has been fucking amazing. So the fact they're going to get like 15 to 25 minutes on a PLE to put on hopefully a 4/5-star classic, I'm really fucking hoping that we get that, because they both have the potential to do that, because we've seen both their matches and we know how good they both are in the ring, and we know that they have fantastic chemistry and they work perfectly together. So this 100% has the ability to be match of the night, 100%. But the reason I put this match in the middle and not at the beginning, because it is for the vacant Women's World Championship, and I do feel that when championships are vacant, they tend to put them towards the end of the night, because there's that anticipation of like, oh my god, like soon we're going to get the championship match that's vacant right now, and we're going to get a complete new challenge, like we know we're getting a new champion, so they kind of leave it towards the end. But there is the big possibility that my mum has actually got the order like spot on, but I feel like putting Stephanie Vaquer and Io in the middle is better than putting them at the beginning, because if it is match of the night, people are going to obviously be excited for the other 4 matches, but they're going to be so worn out from how fucking good hopefully this match is, that the other matches will kind of, energy will be drained out of the US fans quite a bit than if it was in the middle. So that's why I've gone with Drew and Cody to open, and this match right here to be match in the middle. And again, if you heard the winners of what I believe, not what I believe, what my mum believes who are going to win, again, we are currently at the moment 3 for 3, because we're not on who's won because the match ain't happened yet, but 3 for 3 for the correct answer, for the same answers, not correct, hopefully correct. And I have also gone with Stephanie Vaquer to pick up the victory in this vacant Women's World Championship for the same reasons that my mum said. Io's got this whole situation going on with Asuka and Kairi, and I do believe that again we're going to get another distraction, and it is going to be Asuka and Kairi coming out to help Io, but end up distracting Io that Stephanie picks up the victory, because Io has said that she wants to win the Women's World Championship on her own, but Asuka has said that she wants to be by her side, and that she's annoyed that Io wants to do it on her own. So I do believe that towards the end of the match, Asuka and Kairi are going to come down to the ring, because Stephanie is currently on top. Pause. And that will cause Asuka and Kairi to come down to the ring, but instead of helping helping Io to win, she ends up distracting. They end up distracting Io, and that leads to Stephanie bouncing on the opportunity and picking up the victory and becoming our new Women's World Champion. And then that will carry on the feud with Io, Asuka, and Kairi to when either Nikki Bella helps Io, and we get Nikki and Io versus Asuka and Kairi as a feud, and then Rhea feuds with Stephanie, or Rhea helps Io. They tag up for a little bit against Asuka and Kairi, because both Nikki and Rhea make sense, so I wouldn't mind either or. But I do believe that Nikki probably makes a little bit more sense to have the feud with Io and Kairi and Asuka, because Rhea makes more sense to have a feud with Stephanie than Nikki does. I can't picture anyone else having a feud with Stephanie on the Raw roster currently. So I feel like it's going to be Nikki that helps Io, and we get Nikki and Io as a tag for a bit versus Asuka and Kairi, and in that kind of feud for a little bit. And then Rhea will go on to feud with Stephanie. But I mean, it could be the other way around. Nikki has a feud with the Women's World Champion, and like it's a possibility that they go down that route as well. But I feel like it makes a bit more sense for Rhea to have feud with Stephanie, Nikki to team with Io. But yeah, I do believe that my official prediction for this vacant Women's World Championship is that Stephanie Booker picks up the victory because of an Asuka and Kairi Sane distraction that causes Io to be distracted first, and then Stephanie bounces on that opportunity of Io being distracted to pick up the victory and become our new Women's World Champion. And then Io and I'm going to say Io and Nikki Bella go on to feud with Asuka and Kairi Sane, and then eventually we just get the feud of Io and Asuka, probably into WrestleMania, because I'll be so down to see Io Sky versus Asuka at WrestleMania, like 100%. I'll be so down to see a blood feud, Japanese feud between those two. That would be fucking sick. So I feel like that's what route they're going down. And then Rio? What the fuck? I just put Rio and Io in the same sentence. Rio will go on to feud with Stephanie Booker, because I can't think of any other woman on the roster right now that could potentially have a feud with Stephanie, because AJ Lee's obviously still mad saying AJ Lee, but AJ Lee's obviously got a feud going on with Becky at the moment. Becky's the Intercontinental Champion, Liv's injured. Nikki will probably feud with Io Sky and Asuka and Kairi Sane. Naomi's pregnant. I mean, there's a possibility of Bianca, but I feel like she's going to be moved to SmackDown. She's going to be on SmackDown, not moved to SmackDown. She's going to be on SmackDown. I can't picture anyone else for Stephanie to have a feud with. Like, no one. So I have to be Rhea Ripley. I could be forgetting a really big woman on the Raw roster, but I feel like they're all either injured, pregnant, or they've got other stuff going on. So yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one with the women's division at the moment. But yeah. Again, one more time, official prediction is Stephanie Booker becomes our new Women's World Champion. Right, now we're on to the co-main event and the main event. And as you would have heard previously, you would know that only match 1 and match 3, and me and my mum got the other way around. So you will know that my co-main event, I believe, is going to be the co-main event, and it better be the co-main event. I really don't want this match that I'm about to say in a minute to kick off Wrestlepalooza. Like, no, this match either needs to be co-main event or main event, and I know it's not going to be the main event because we've already had the official main event being announced. So this match right here between AJ Lee, CM Punk, Becky Lynch, and Seth Rollins in the mixed tag match better be the fucking co-main event. Like, do not make this match kick it off. No, this deserves to be the co-main event, should be the main event, because it's been the best storyline out of all 5 of the storylines that are happening on the Wrestlepalooza card. So this should be the main event, but it's not, because we already have the official word that Brock Lesnar versus John Cena is main event in Wrestlepalooza, but it should have been this. But anyways, we are now on to the co-main event, and it's still weird, surreal, crazy, exciting, unreal. Every emotion you can think of, that apart from the annoyed and angry ones, that AJ Lee has got a match with her husband, CM Punk, against Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch in a mixed tag match in a WWE PLE. Like, it's still baffling to me that AJ is back in WWE. Like, it's not, I'm kind of like, processed it a lot more now that she's back, now that she's been on the show like 3 times. But it's still quite baffling that we're actually getting to see AJ Lee wrestle this Saturday. Like, I know it's just crazy that I'm even saying her name, but my mum went for Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. And this match right here is the only match me and Mum have predicted differently. Because I've gone with, of course, I have to go with my absolute favourites and the best wrestling couple. And that is my official prediction is AJ Lee and CM Punk will pick up the victory in this mixed tag team match. But the way I have it going down is AJ Lee will pin Becky Lynch. I guess this one's tricky though. Like, I'm loving that this could go either way. Like, it generally could go either way because there is the possibility of Seth pinning CM Punk. Like, there is that possibility of Seth pinning CM Punk, but then where do they go from there with the whole Seth and CM Punk feud? Does CM Punk go on to feud with somebody else? I mean, he could go on to feud with Dominic Mysterio. That would be quite interesting to see him have a feud with Dominic Mysterio. Instead of Seth Rollins goes on to feud with somebody else, because it doesn't necessarily mean that we're not going to get the feud between AJ Lee and Becky Lynch just because Seth Rollins pinned CM Punk. Like, there's still the AJ Lee and Becky Lynch feud could still happen. Like, that doesn't matter. But there has been plants being seeded into CM Punk's head by Seth Rollins that when CM Punk when it gets hard, CM Punk, that sounds really wrong. Jesus. Okay. What when times get hard, he tends to leave. That just, yeah, Jesus. He tends to leave, and when it says something about as well when things let him down. Oh, when things let him down, when he tends to leave, not when things get hard. What the fuck? He tends to leave, but I can't see AJ Lee getting pinned here, because if AJ Lee gets pinned here, then what happens with the Becky Lynch and AJ Lee feud? Like, surely this can't be done. Like, there's no way in hell that this feud with Becky Lynch and AJ Lee is done after AJ Lee returning, attacking Becky Lynch. They've done a little mini promo in the ring together, and then AJ Lee gets pinned by Becky. Like, that's stupid in my eyes. Like, that will be ridiculous. I wouldn't mind if Seth pins Punk, but I'll be fuming if Becky pins AJ, because then what was the point in AJ coming back in the first place to have a feud with Becky Lynch if she's just been pinned by the Intercontinental Champion? You would think that AJ would be the one to pin the Intercontinental Champion, because for one, it's her first match back in 10 years. For two, she came back and attacked Becky Lynch. For three, we need to carry on the feud, otherwise what is AJ Lee doing? And it's kind of a little bit pointless on her coming back just to do 2 promos with Becky and then a match, and then she loses the match against Becky by being pinned. Like, it's a bit stupid. So either Seth pins Punk or AJ pins Becky Lynch, and I do believe that the way that it makes the most sense is for AJ Lee to pin Becky Lynch, and then we have that feud of AJ Lee and Becky Lynch carrying on to Royal Rumble, maybe even WrestleMania, because like this feud has the potential to go up to WrestleMania, because there's so many ways that this could go, and they could have a couple matches in between. There's so many promos that they're left to do, to say to one another. So I have, like I've already said, officially gone with AJ Lee and CM Punk to pick up the victory, but I don't know. It's a tricky one. It's the only 2 ways it's going to go is Seth Rollins pins CM Punk or AJ Lee pins Becky Lynch. Like, Becky Lynch pins AJ Lee. That's the most ridiculous decision. And if CM Punk pins Seth Rollins, that carries on the feud with Seth Rollins, yes, because Seth Rollins has been pinned and he's the World Heavyweight Champion. But I feel like Becky and AJ feud, I guess, could carry on, because technically Becky lost but wasn't actually pinned by AJ. So I feel like it makes the more sense for Becky to let Seth down, because they are planting seeds in Becky being quite annoying to Seth. And I feel like that's the better route to go down, and the better route would be that. So that means AJ Lee needs to pin Becky Lynch. But I do feel that they're going to carry on this rivalry with CM Punk and Seth Rollins, and I'm presuming they're going to carry it on with all four of them for a little bit longer, so that when all four of them are done feuding for, I don't know, like maybe 3 or 4 months, or maybe just under 3 months, they have a feud with all four of them, but they're kind of separate, but all four of them. And then eventually it will just be Becky Lynch and I'm doing it over here. Just eventually it will just be Becky Lynch and AJ Lee who feud instead of CM Punk and Seth Rollins. They go off and do something different. So I'm gonna go with AJ Lee pins Becky Lynch. AJ Lee is celebrating, and Punk is currently on the floor at this current moment because he's been taken out by Seth. So he doesn't actually see AJ Lee pin Becky Lynch. But just as AJ Lee is about to get up, and just as CM Punk gets up on the ropes to celebrate with AJ Lee, Seth Rollins curb stomps AJ Lee. That is what I see happening. 100% I see Seth Rollins recreating 2018 by, obviously, not Seth Rollins, but Baron Corbin delivering the end of days to Becky Lynch, and then Seth Rollins went absolute schizo and destroyed the living shit out of Baron Corbin. I can see them doing this in this mixed tag team match right here, where AJ Lee picks up the victory by beating Becky Lynch. Seth Rollins is pissed because Becky Lynch, for one, has been pinned. For two, AJ Lee has won, and that's CM Punk's wife. So he's angry. He curb stomps AJ Lee. CM Punk sees Seth Rollins curb stomp AJ Lee. CM Punk beats the living daylights out of Seth Rollins, and they brawl for a good 5-10 minutes. And then it carries on the feud with CM Punk and Seth Rollins, AJ Lee and Becky Lynch, because AJ Lee pinned the Intercontinental Champion. CM Punk beat the shit out of Seth Rollins because Seth Rollins curb stomped AJ Lee, so that makes sense for AJ Lee and Seth Rollins and CM Punk and Becky Lynch to still carry on the rivalry, all four of them. And then eventually down the line, it will just be AJ Lee and Becky Lynch, just one-on-one. CM Punk will go off and do something else. Seth Rollins will go off and do something else, maybe together as a feud with just those two, or probably CM Punk will go off and have a feud with someone completely different, and Seth Rollins will go on a feud with someone completely different. So that is the way I see it going, and that is official. So again, for the third time, officially, I have AJ Lee and CM Punk picking up the victory here, but AJ Lee is the one to pick up the victory by pinning Becky Lynch. She gets curb stomps by Seth Rollins. CM Punk sees it, they brawl for 5 minutes, and then the feud between all four of them carries on. Now, we are on to the main event of Wrestlepalooza. I understand why this match right here between Brock Lesnar and John Cena is the main event of Wrestlepalooza, but personally, based on which match of the 5 has been the best feud-wise, AJ Lee and CM Punk and Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins should 100% be the main event here, but I understand why it's not main eventing, and I understand why this match right here is going to be main event. But this match is going to be good, I think. I hope so. I can't see it being one of John Cena's best matches, because Brock's style is completely different to John Cena's. John Cena's not obviously as fast as he used to be. Brock's probably not as fast as he used to be, but he's still quite fast and probably faster than John Cena. So I can't see this match being great. I can see it being quite brutal. I can see us getting a bit of Super Cena in this match, where he overcomes the Beast. But I have gone with the same winner as my mum, and I do believe that John Cena will finally conquer the Beast. I will write it on the screen because I edit this video, but I don't know if John Cena has ever beaten Brock Lesnar. Maybe he has once or twice, but I don't know if he has. I don't remember a time where John Cena has beaten Brock Lesnar. No, I feel like John Cena was constantly. I mean, Extreme Rules 2012. Did John Cena win that match? I'll have to check it, but I'm not 100% sure if John Cena's won. Maybe he's won a couple, but hasn't won very many. But I've kind of had it in my head that the whole point in Brock and John Cena feuding again is because John Cena's yet to conquer the beats, and I feel like I've heard that somewhere, but I could completely be wrong. But I will fact check it and I'll put it on the screen right here if John Cena has beaten Brock Lesnar. But I don't know. But anyways, I do believe, and my official prediction is that John Cena will pick up the victory against Brock Lesnar, like 100%. I think this match right here is the most obvious. The other four matches are actually kind of like could go both ways, but this match I feel is the most obvious on who's going to win, and it's 100% going to be John Cena. And if it's Brock Lesnar, what the fuck are WWE doing? What the fuck are ESPN doing? What the fuck are TKO doing? No. This right here is the match that is the most obvious, and John Cena's winning. Like 100%, 110% John Cena is winning here, and finally conquering the beast. But again, not 100% sure if that's true, because he might have beaten him before. But anyways, I do think that John Cena is winning here. Like I've said, don't feel like it's going to be a great match, but it is what it is. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. On Saturday, it might be like the best match of John Cena's year so far, and we don't know that because we haven't seen it yet, but I can't see it. But one more time, official prediction for this is that John Cena picks up the victory and ends the night maybe with a handshake of Brock Lesnar. With Brock Lesnar, not of Brock Lesnar, what the hell? Maybe a handshake with Brock Lesnar towards the end of the night. And then Brock Lesnar leaves, and John Cena is alone in the ring, celebrating. Who is that person that comes out and attacks John Cena? Or faces off with John Cena? Because the next time we see John Cena is at Crown Jewel. That's the next time we see John Cena. And we need an opponent to face off with John Cena at the end of Wrestlepalooza, ready for Crown Jewel 3 weeks Saturday in Australia. Who's that going to be? I honestly don't have a clue. I don't have a clue whatsoever. There are a few names off the top of my head that I can think of that it could be that will face off with John Cena. And you guys can let me know who you believe makes the most sense, and who out of the people that I've got in my head right now that kind of in a way make a bit of sense would want you to buy a ticket to see John Cena versus this said person in Australia. And so the first person I have is Wade Barrett because of Nexus. Wade Barrett has had a break. He hasn't been around for a couple of weeks now. Is it Wade Barrett that faces John Cena, the leader of Nexus, the group that destroyed the living shit out of John Cena in 2010? Is it going to be Wade Barrett? The next person I have that it could be is AJ Styles, because we've yet to have a feud with AJ Styles. So there's that potential there, because we haven't had that yet. The next person that I've heard that it could be, and it doesn't make sense, but does, and that is the current Intercontinental Champion, Dominic Mysterio, because John Cena has yet to become Intercontinental Champion. So is John Cena going to become a Grand Slam champion in Australia and beat Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship? That's another possibility right there. So far we've got Wade Barrett, AJ Styles, Dominic Mysterio. The fourth person I've heard it could potentially be because of where it is and what happened in 2023, and that is Grayson Waller versus John Cena. I really don't think it's going to be Grayson Waller versus John Cena, but I have heard couple of few people say that because of where the crown jewel's happening, and what happened in 2023 with John Cena coming out and making a surprise appearance in London at Money in the Bank, and then Grayson Waller interrupting him. So there's that possibility. And then the fifth possibility I've heard, but apparently he's still currently in AEW, but that could be just his way of like trying to make out that he's still in AEW, is Chris Jericho. That's the 5 people that I've heard, and 4 out of 5 of them kind of make sense, but Chris Jericho and Grayson Waller actually probably don't make a hell of a lot of sense, but the other 3 in a way do. So they're the 5 people that I can think of at the top of my head that could potentially come out at the end of the night to have a match with John Cena at Crown Jewel. But I don't know. So out of those 5 people, who would you be most looking forward to see and would want to see? Let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, guys, that is my mum's match order and my mum's winners. And then obviously I've just done my prediction order and my winners on who I believe are going to win all 5 matches. Again, please let me know in the comments down below which match are you most looking forward to. And if you know me and how much I've spoken about one of the matches that I've spoken about tonight and in my previous Raw and SmackDown reviews, you would know that the match that I'm most looking forward to is AJ Lee and CM Punk versus Becky Lynch and Seth freaking Rollins. Like, you would know, guys, that one is the one that I am most looking forward to, because it's AJ's first match. CM Punk is one of my all-time favourite of all time. Even got a CM Punk tattoo. Seth Rollins is personally, as much as I'm a CM Punk fan, I'm an honest person, and I do believe that Seth Rollins is the GOAT of the WWE, and I mean the GOAT of the WWE. So, and then I also believe that Becky is one of the GOATs in the women's division, and so is AJ Lee. So, how could I not pick that match to be the match that I'm most looking forward to? If I had to go for a second match, it would be Stephanie Vaquer versus Io Sky. So they're the 2 matches I'm looking forward to. The other 3, I'm kind of looking forward to. I'm not going to lie to you. Those 2 that I've just said, 100%, I'm so fucking excited for both of them, and I can't wait for Wrestlepalooza. But I also will be watching AEW All Out before Wrestlepalooza. So I have got 8 till 9, 9 till 10, 10 till 11, 11 till 12, 12 till 1, 1 till 2, 2 till 3, 7.5 hours of wrestling on Saturday. Oh, Jesus, that's fucking hell, that's a lot. But yeah, so I will be watching All Out as well. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys are watching All Out. But anyways, guys, that was my predictions on match order and winners of Wrestlepalooza this Saturday. I won't be filming any reaction videos. I know that it's probably a bit weird that I'm not going to be doing a reaction video for AJ Lee and CM Punk versus Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins, but I just want to enjoy that. I just want to live in the moment and enjoy that match and not worry about my camera. Not worry about my mic disconnecting, not worry about the fact that there's a camera filming me. I just want to enjoy that match. So I will not be filming any of Wrestlepalooza. When AJ Lee faces Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental Championship, I will film that reaction. I will 100% film that, because I want to film when AJ Lee wins her first Intercontinental Championship, but first WWE Championship in over 10 years. So I will film that. But I'm not filming this Wrestlepalooza. I want to enjoy AJ Lee's first match back. And yeah, like to quote Jeff Hardy again, to live in the moment. And I will be doing a Wrestlepalooza review though. So look forward to that on the Sunday. And then obviously I will film the Raw after Wrestlepalooza and SmackDown after Wrestlepalooza as well. So look forward to those videos. And yeah, guys. Let me know in the comments down below all your winners of the matches that we have currently on the Wrestlepalooza card, because I'll be very intrigued to know who you believe are going to win all said 5 matches. And yeah, guys, this has been Charlie, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.